Hi, welcome to this lesson. So we created a basic regex pattern and we looked at creating multiple basic regex patterns in the last lesson. So in this lesson, we are going to be looking at the match and test methods in JavaScript. Okay, so as I told you before, once you create a pattern, how do you check if that particular pattern matches with your string? Or how do you extract that pattern from your string? There are different ways to do that. I told you that, right? So these are those ways and we are going to be looking at how to do that. Okay, there are two basic methods to test and match strings in JavaScript by, as the name implies, by using the match method and the test method. Okay, so let's look at the test method first. So it returns a Boolean value, okay, true or false, after matching the given regex pattern with the given string. So true if there is a match, false if there is not a match. Okay, so for the test method, it gives a Boolean value. Okay, so this can be useful in a lot of real world scenarios for pattern testing, for pattern matching. This can be useful in a lot of pattern matching or testing scenarios. For example, if you want to do password validation or email ID validation or phone number validation, so any kind of validation at all. Okay, for example, if there's a contact form on your website and if you want to see if the person is entering the right kind of email ID, if the email ID they've entered is actually valid, so in that case you can check for the email ID by using the test method and things like that. Okay, so you can use the test method to see if the string matches the pattern you've set for your email IDs, for your password. If they're creating an account, if you want the password to have a certain set of characters, you've seen the rules, right? So it has to have a capital letter, at least one capital letter, it has to have at least 8 characters, and it has to have at least 2 numbers, 1 special character, and stuff like that, right? So if you want to check all of those things, then you can test for all of those things by using the test method. Okay, we can see how all of that works in our projects in the later modules, but right now let's just look at the test method. Okay, so the syntax is as follows. I'll just show you the syntax first in the comments. So it's like this. Okay, so first of all, there's going to be the regular expression. Okay, the regular expression as such, you can mention the regular expression as such, or you can mention the variable that contains the regular expression as well. Okay, so both of those things work, and then a dot, and then test. And since it's a method, you have to specify a parenthesis after that, and inside of that you have to specify the string that you want to test this particular regular expression against. Okay, so you can specify the string directly, or you can specify the variable that contains the string as well, so both works. And then finally you end it with your semicolon. Okay, so the regular expression dot test, and then in the brackets the string that you want to test it against. Okay, so that's how it works. Alright, so let's do something. Let's say let check is equal to rex, that's our regular expression, dot test, and inside of that our string. Okay, so that's what we're going to test. And right now our regular expression does not have anything. It just has a space. It's still going to probably work because it's going to check if the string has space. But let me give JavaScript in here to test if that particular string has JavaScript at all. Okay, alright, so let's check if this string is actually a match with our console. Okay, alright, so let's refresh. And you know how to reach the console, right? You have to go in here in your Google Chrome. You have to go in here and more tools, and then developer tools, and I'm pretty sure there are developer tools and consoles, and in here you have to go to console. There are developer tools and consoles for every browser out there, so you just have to find which one it is. So, or you can do a simple Google search to find where the console is for your particular browser. Okay, so in here if I give check, if right now check has, as you probably know, the variable check, it has the test. Okay, the test method in here. So if we are gonna give check, okay, so we're gonna give check and enter, and do you see that I gave it twice, sorry about that. But do you see the true in here? So it's true. Okay, so basically what we checked right here is we asked our test method to check whether the regular expression, which is looking for the word JavaScript, is inside the test string, right? Is inside the string that we created, and that's true. Now let's say if I make this a small letter instead of a big letter JavaScript, I make it a small letter JavaScript, no caps, and then I'll refresh, and then I check again. What am I gonna get now? I'm getting false right now. Why is that? You know why that is. I already taught you, because your regular expression is case sensitive by default, so this is not going to match this, right? So that's why. That's fine though. We can get beyond that by using the flags later on, but right now that's not important. So checking for your string in the console is going to be very irritating as time goes on. So maybe we can use a document.write and do the same check. Or you can do the check in multiple ways. You can create an alert, you can use the DOM to write it into your page and things like that. So that's all up to you. I'm just gonna stick with the simple method, because I just need to show you how it works. So if I create it like this, it'll be big enough so you can see it in the screen. So that's why. Okay, so you know how to do it otherwise, right? Alright, so instead of doing it like this, you can just directly type it in as well. So that works as well. You can directly type rex.test string in here. That's one method that's gonna work. If you refresh, it's gonna give false. Or you can also directly type the regular expression inside of here. So the regular expression in here dot test, and inside of here you can give your string. So see, I've included a capital J in here, so it's gonna be true. So you can do that as well. So that's the test method for you. In the next lesson, let's look at the match method. Alright, so I'll see you there. Thank you.